Drone here, and this is the Vox Z3 3D virtual reality headset 3D viewing glasses, and we're going to give this a shot with a drone. I'm using the Striker Wi-Fi drone, and I'm going to try to level out the grass here. It's a little bit high. Don't want any of the grass getting caught in motors or wrapped around the motors. And as you can see, I have my girlfriend out with me. She is my spotter. You should have a spotter when you're doing this because it might not go as planned, but we'll see how this goes. And all I see right now is grass. And we're up for liftoff, and we're not lifting off. And I still just see grass. What's going on here? Try to lift off by sight, and we're still not lifting off. I think grass got caught in the motors. Yeah, it most definitely did. It wrapped around the shaft of the motor. So let's try this again. We're up, and I don't have the goggles on my face yet. I'm trying to get set. And let's see here. Alright, kind of got that out there. And now I should be good to throw on the goggles. Bam. All I see is what that drone sees. It went behind me, and I did not notice it at all. I'm still flying. I'm oblivious that it's behind me because I see what it sees, and it's a little bit harder to fly as grass looks like grass. And as you see, I looked over there, and I have a spotter. She told me right where it was. This is what I saw. Like, in my face. I saw nothing but this. It was pretty neat. Like, really cool to actually get the height perspective. Like, I mean, probably, I'd say probably easily 15-20 feet in the air at that peak point. And standing in one spot, it does. It makes you feel like you're moving, and you get the perspective of the drone. I think with this, trying to fly this FPV, I think it'd be better if the camera was angled not downward but straight, because it's angled downward, so you kind of have a little bit of an issue trying to judge depth, as you have to go up higher to see more, if that makes sense, because it's pitched downward. But like right now, you can't even imagine what I'm seeing, like what it feels like, because it literally feels like you're up in the air. And bam, that's where we crashed. Had I been paying more attention to everything, I would have seen my car and realized it was over there. But again, that's why you should have a spotter when you're doing this, and that's why I have my girlfriend out here with me. We're gonna try this again. I'm gonna take off from the hood of the Impala. Again, this is not easy. Maybe inside in a closed course like the drone racers do, where you have guidelines, but when you get over this grass, that's basically all you see is grass until you get really high up. And right now, bam, in a tree. My spotter told me I was getting close to a tree. She didn't say how close, and obviously you cannot, you see front, you don't see left to right, and again, that's kind of why you have a spotter. If you were flying a course, then you'd be able to stay on your race course. You know your general course, but I'm just flying around here. Obviously, like I said, this is the first time I'm trying to fly strictly by FPV. This is really cool, extremely cool. Obviously, I'm not that good at it, as I'm showing you here. But it is a lot of fun. And you can see my girlfriend has the goggles on, and she saw it fall, and she even said, "Oh, did we fall?" And that's all she saw. She couldn't actually see it fall. She seen what the drone seen. And now we're kind of just clowning around here, walking her back blindly with the drone on top of her head. She can literally see probably an inch or two higher perception than she normally would, because it was on top of her head. And right now it's about waist level, so she probably feels like somebody that's about 3 feet tall. And we're gonna have her stand there, and I'm gonna fly it. I'm very good at flying these drones. Obviously FPV, it's gonna take me a little bit of a while, but she'll be able to see this entire flight. And actually, after I was done recording this, guys, on the app that I have, and I'm sure most apps are similar, I was able to do a playback, and also split the screen that way it was 3D, and sit on my recliner and view what she's viewing right now. And it's pretty intense. I mean, I have this drone up sky high. I would say it's probably up 100 meters, close to 100 meters, 200 and change, about 300 feet. And yeah, sitting on your recliner viewing this, which I'll do the playback, is pretty awesome. And as you can see, I'm walking towards it. Kind of got away from me a little bit. Again, these are the Vox Z3 3D virtual reality goggles, courtesy of PG Toys, courtesy of Vox. I appreciate you guys sending these out to me. I'm going to run these through thorough testing, and maybe I'll be able to get a very good flight just by FPV. This is definitely challenging. But if you have somebody with you, like a spotter, essentially I'm my own spotter now and she's just viewing. But if you have somebody with you, strap the goggles on them, take her for a flight, take her for a crazy flight. I should have actually did some flips and see if she would have waved back and forth, because you see what that drone sees, and it's pretty awesome. These goggles can do videos and gaming. I'll definitely try that out. But me being J-Drone, we had to do drone related first, and this is amazing. Here's the playback from with me flying and my girlfriend viewing it. She's on the ground. She stands probably 5'5", 5'6", and we're pushing 20 feet now, and we're gonna go much higher than that. And that's what it feels like. It feels like you're up that high, because that's all you see. You don't see any daylight. You don't see any trees around you. You see what the drone sees. And this is just part of amazing. I have an FPV drone. It is it's through radio signal to a monitor on top of the controller, and it doesn't compare to this. This is so awesome. Again, she stands about 5'5", 5'6". The drone's easy, pushing 200 feet in the air. And as I was flying close to that water, she was standing same place. Oh, water! And it's like, I know the water's there. You can't see it from ground level, but I know it's there just from flying over there where we just panned and getting video still. You can see how high up we are. I'm in front of the Impala. They're kind of walking towards it, as you've seen in the video prior to that. This is really cool, guys. I could only imagine watching a video on this, because it's going to be right in your face. And the gaming on this, I'm not sure how that works. I'll definitely figure it out. But if there was some way to stream like a PS3 or PS4 360 to this, and just have your controller in your hand and game in your face, ridiculous. It's a lot of fun. I mean, until you actually experience having this footage in your face from that height, you only get the visual to a certain point watching it on the computer screen. To actually have it, that's it. That's all you see. You have no other surroundings but that. Is crazy. It's definitely worth picking up. The URL is going to be down at the bottom. I'm putting the J-Drone stamp of approval on this, even though I can't fly well FPV, but just for the coolness factor, it works as advertised, and it's cool off the charts, guys. And it's cheap. I mean, let's see here. How much does this cost? If you go on Amazon, you're not going to pay over $40 for this. I think it's actually cheaper than that. I think it's $24, $25, something around there. And I do believe they offer Amazon Prime and possibly even free shipping. GP Toys has a line of drones. I have the H2O Aviax. I have the black Aviax. They do have an Aviax that does have Wi-Fi. It'll go right to this like I'm showing you. They also have another drone. I'm not sure of the name of it off the top of my head, but go to gptoys.com. Check out their drones. They make some awesome toys. And again, we're down. The battery's just about out. But even when I was kind of hovering on the ground there, she said, wow, all I see is grass, lots of grass. And yeah, that's what the drone sees. That's what you're going to see. It's weird. Like, you will never get a perspective of your shoes, ever. But with this drone hovering on the grass, that's what she got. She got shoe perspective of the world. Basically what an ant would see. Or probably not an ant, but a small mammal. And yeah, our batteries are just about kicked here. This is an awesome device. You do need a smartphone for this. You do need a Wi-Fi enabled drone if you're going to FPV. Otherwise, there's apps for movies and games and whatnot that you could use this on. And now some clown around time. The batteries on the drone is just about kicked, but it's still emitting the transmission to the cell phone. I just shut off the playback. Just pop open the case, take your cell phone out, stop playback. I'm putting it back in just to, again, like I said, play around here a little bit. I'm going to put this on my head and I'm going to see if I could walk towards my house with this in my hand. It's a really cool device. Alright, J-Drone is seeing grass now. And now I am seeing essentially, let's see here, chest level, and now grass. I'm just gonna adjust this here. Once you stop playback, it's going to go to a full screen and not a split screen, and you're going to kind of get a double image. If you have a double image, just check that you have that split screen. You need the split screen for this to work properly, and that kind of gives you a 3D effect, the direct perception of the drone's camera. And now I'm about 2.5 feet tall. My perception anyway, because it's about waist level. Now about chest level, and as you can see, I'm kind of walking a little bit teetered. Looking at my girlfriend, looking behind my head, facing forward. That's awesome. This thing's cool. I'm J-Drone. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Definitely click on the link. Check out GP Toys. Check out Vox. Pick this up. It's cheap, guys. Take care. Have a good day.